The University of Calgary Libraries and Cultural Resources presents Skills for Systematic Reviews. EndNote, Creating an Output Style. This video will show you how to create an output style for when you want to export your EndNote references into an Excel file. So to start, you're going to select Edit, scroll down to Output Styles and select New Style. And a new window like this should open. And then on the left-hand side under Bibliography, select Templates. And this is where we are going to create, the template for the references that will be exported into Excel. We're going to have to create a template for every reference type that is within our library, and that's why it was so important to take note of every reference type. So the first reference type that I have in my library is generic. So I'm just going to select that. And the next step is to select all of the fields that I want to be exported into the Excel file, and I want to set the order that I want them to be exported in. So the first thing I want is the record number. And then after each field that you insert, you want to put a tab. And that's just to keep the information separated so that when you import it into Excel, each type of information is in its own column. So after record number, I want reference type, tab, and I want name of database. And for some of them, you're going to have to scroll down to find them. So name of database, tab, author, tab, year, tab, title. Oops. And if you accidentally click something like I just did, you can just backspace over it. And then tab, and then abstract, which is also somewhere near the bottom. And then you put a tab at the very end as well. And you just want to be aware that we're including author and year, but when you actually go to do your screening, you do want to hide them just to reduce the bias. And having them grouped together like this makes it a bit easier. So then you just repeat these exact same steps for every reference type you have. So the only other type I had was a journal article. And you want to include the same fields in the exact same order for each of your reference types. Otherwise, the information gets mixed up within the Excel file. And we want everything to be in the same column to make it easy to read and understand. So record number, tab, reference type, oops, backspace, tab, name of database, tab, author, tab, year, tab, title, tab, abstract, tab. And so I'm done inserting my different reference types, but if you have more, just repeat the same process with the exact same fields in the exact same order. So the next step is to set our author name preference, and this is to ensure that the author names show up in a consistent format. So again, on this left-hand side under Bibliography, select author name. Beside initials on this drop-down menu, you want to choose full name, and beside first author, we want to choose Smith, Jane, and beside other authors, we want to choose Doe, John. And this is just so that all of our authors show up in a last name, first name format with their full name, and everything's consistent that way. So the last thing you want to do is save your template, and you do that by selecting File, save as, and you can name it whatever you want, but I'm going to call mine Excel style, and save. And you're done, and you can now close the window. This video was adapted with permission from Basic Training in Systematic Reviews and Meta-Analyses, Managing Results, from the Research Medical Library at the University of Texas MD Anderson Cancer Center, and funded by the University of Calgary Teaching and Learning Grant.